Hello again, everybody. Pigskin on 10. Jacob Albrocht alongside Amarillo Globe News sports editor Lance Lahnert, and we are in Week 8 already of the high school football season, Lance. Just 3 more of these in the regular season. That's pretty hard to believe.
That is impossible to believe. Just not that long ago, we were talking about 2-a-days getting over and starting this up. So I'm with you. And these are important games, Jacob.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's in district now. Even those little baby districts are ready to go now. The big districts, though, they've been in for a while. 3-4A especially. We talk a lot about that district because it's so much fun with all local teams.
Yeah.
Let's start there. Canyon
Sure.
and Caprock. Canyon has yet to lose. Caprock, they didn't come out and play their best game against Amarillo High, and I think they'd be the first ones to say that. The question is how quickly can they bounce back, and do they have enough in the tank to get a win over Canyon?
Oh, I totally agree with you. The question here is, can they bounce back? Jacob, they were frustrated that they weren't able to stop the run against Amarillo High, and I'm sure they'll be tested by Canyon with the run, and we'll see if they can get that done. Canyon can run on you, obviously, and then they have Blake Weaver, the quarterback, who's the best in that district at keeping plays alive. And when plays break down, which they do a lot in high school, he's able to make a big play, big yardage out of that, and so that's going to help them a bunch in this game.
And I wonder how much the weather had to do with games across the area last week, because it sure seemed like it had a lot to do with it. I mean, if it's cold,
yeah, it's one thing.
Maybe you don't
right.
want to hit as much. Maybe you don't want to do some other things. I think we're looking at better weather this week, so maybe we get a more normal routine is what we're used to. But I'm with you. Caprock's got to find their balance on offense again and make those stops that they were making all season before the Amarillo High game on Thursday.
Right, and fair or not, Canyon has Amarillo High on the horizon, so let's let the Eagles better not overlook Caprock or they're in trouble. That game won't matter nearly as much.
And that's the one that you look forward to, but Caprock has definitely a chance in this one. That one should be exciting. Speaking of Amarillo High, they go on Friday night, that Canyon-Caprock game on Thursday. Friday night, we get the Battle of Bell Street.
Battle of Bell Street.
Maybe the biggest crowd we'll see all year on a Friday night. Decent weather down at Kimbrough. It should test it at least. And, Amarillo High is just, again, until they lose a game in 3-4A, which they haven't now in a year and a half, it's hard to ever go against those guys because whatever it is that they've formulated is certainly working.
Right, Mel Maxfield's done a great job. That winning streak, Jacob, goes all the way back to their 2 5A days, so it's up to 12, 13 games in a row, so that's significant when you're winning that many district games. What they can do is pound the ball at you, rush for 466 yards against the Rock, and that's not easy to do. Brent Burdett went for 194 yards by half. So that's quite an exceptional effort. So, we'll see what happens.
Randall on the other side of it, I think they surprised me personally at how explosive they were offensively against a Palo Duro team that we've seen play some great defense this year. I think Randall deserves a little nod here on a chance that maybe if this game gets into a shootout, they'll have their chance.
I think Randall, Coach Brian Wood and the Raiders deserve the surprise team of the year already. What they've done, losing so many players the last 2 years, key players off those teams, they've bounced right back, Jacob, and it's very impressive what they do. And they've got speed. They can do some damage on offense. So it'll come down to which defense can stop the run in this game. Bottom line, when you go to that game, watch for that. If one of those defenses can't get that offense off the field in a hurry, it could be a long night.
And we go down to 2A for our News Channel 10 game of the week.
Nice.
Spearman and Highland Park. It's the second time in a row we've gone 2A. Different district this time, but just as meaningful for these two teams. Canadian maybe separating themselves a little bit in that district, but that second spot in the district going to be key, and it looks like early on it'll be this game that may decide that spot.
Totally agree with you. I really like this pick for game of the week. Highland Park, 1 win last year. We've talked about 6 wins already. He's done a great job. Craig Shores in his second year. They have a quarterback named Justin McDonald who can flat out get it done. Now Spearman's going to be hacked off. They lost to Canadian the Beast 40-10, 40-14 right there. They want to bounce back, and they have a very good running attack and a very good defense. So Steve Rodman does a great job up there with the Lynx. This is a key game, though. The winner of this, you and I've talked about it, probably will be the runner-up in that district.
And I think Canadian would even tell you how physical Spearman can be.
Yeah.
Even though Canadian won that game, Spearman, they'll come out and bang you. So we're excited about that one at Highland Park Friday night. We'll be there to see if the Hornets can keep this thing going, if Spearman can bounce back. But this one should be a lot of fun, a lot of physical football. Coach Shores preaches that as well. So we're going to see some smash mouth stuff.
Right, and I knew he would change it around. He's such a great coach, Shores is, but I did not know this fast, Jacob. So that is quite the turnaround. one of the feel-good stories of the Texas Panhandle this year.
Friday night's a big one across the area. We have a lot of games. Like we said, everybody in district play. Lance continues to lead our Pick'em contest, and it's getting close. You know, the fans actually have moved into a second-place tie, Lance, so they're creeping on all of us.
Yeah, and they're probably doing a better job than I am because I've been lucky on a couple. And let me give you credit. You do lead our crystal ball, so congratulations on that. And by 4 or 5 games. It's not even close right now. So you're doing a great job. It's kind of strange we're winning each other's contests, but that's what life's about.
It'll be a lot of fun. We'll tell you who we're picking in some of these games and go over those coming up Friday night during the wrap-up. You can see it at 11 o'clock on News Channel 10 to 11:37 on News Channel 10 and on News Channel 10 wrapup.com. Then you guys have everything Friday night into Saturday morning.
Right, exactly. Go to Amarillo.com. You can get all updated scores while you guys are updating on Friday, and then go there Saturday morning, and we'll have everything there for you.
It's a lot of fun. It's week 8, just a few more of these to go before the playoffs. It's going to be a blast. We can't wait. We'll see you right back here next week. Pigskin on 10 on News Channel 10 wrapup.com and pigskinreview.com.